Hello, I'm Nathan McAvoy, ex-Rugby League player. I now work for the match review panel, which is part of the Rugby League disciplinary process. A number of changes will be made to the disciplinary process, following a 12-month review by disciplinary review panel, which includes Hull KR Chairman Neil Hudgell, Wakefield Trinity Chairman Michael Carter, Oldham Chairman Chris Hamilton, Hull FC Football Manager Motu Tony, and a number of Rugby Football League representatives. One of these changes was the removal of the early guilty pleas and introduction of penalty notices for grades A to C. Now here's how this will work. If the match review panel record an on-field incident, then the incident is graded as per the sentencing guidelines. For grades A to C, a penalty notice is applied. If the player has no relevant record, the penalty will be at the lower end of the range. If, however, the player does have a relevant record, then the penalty will be at the higher end of the range. If an incident is graded at D to F, then these incidents are automatically referred to the Operational Rules Tribunal, which is held on a Tuesday evening. For grades D to F, which are automatic referrals to the Operational Rules Tribunal on a Tuesday evening, then submissions of offence and guilt and grading are discussed. One of the changes made from the 12-month review is that players can now, in support of their defence, bring in some video footage of a similar offence which was charged in the last 2 seasons. If the player is found not guilty, no sanction is applied. If, however, the player is found guilty, then submissions on sanction, aggravating and mitigating factors are discussed. The tribunal will then make their decision and sanction will be imposed. If no appeal to that sanction, the sanction is imposed. If, however, there is an appeal, the only grounds for an appeal is an error of law or irrationality. If the match review panel issue a grade A to C penalty notice sanction, the process is as follows. If the player has no challenge to the sanction and the penalty notice, then the sanction is imposed. If, however, there is a challenge to the sanction, this challenge is automatically referred to the Operational Rules Tribunal on a Tuesday evening. A challenge can only be made on the grounds of guilt, grading, and not the severity of the sanction. On a Tuesday evening, the player, again, in their defence and support of their defence, is allowed to bring in some video footage of similar offences that have happened in the last 2 years to support their defence. If a challenge to the penalty notice is successful and the player is found not guilty, no sanction is applied. If the challenge is successful on the grounds of grading, then the sanction is imposed based on the player's record. If the challenge to the penalty notice is unsuccessful, the Operational Rules Tribunal will impose the sanction as set out in the penalty notice. But if they deem the challenge to be of an unreasonable nature, a further match can be applied to the sanction. The player can then appeal, but can only appeal on the grounds of error of law and irrationality.